feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot, it's a rock. Girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you was a writer, no, you just an idol. You got me feeling like Big Sean in this 5, 4, 3, 2. I deserve a minute, wait a minute. Gotta get up and over, regain my composure. No longer my lover, finally finished and you did it. Girl, you really showed me, think with your heart, don't think with your body, clever. Sorry not sorry, sorry not Justin Timberlake, write me a river. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. You tried to convince me it was all in my head, and I felt like it's not you, it's me instead. Hey, I wanted to rock with you, roll with you. Said you was my baby girl, then you left me too. Everything was kosher, perfect like a poster. Then I got word that you wanna leave a picture. Off with somebody else, off with the jerk. With the shame on me, I really thought that it could work. Off with somebody else, off with the loser. Shame on me, I really thought we had a. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. Yeah, lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Got up in the morning, took a shot, it's a rock. Girl, you left my stomach in a knot. Took my lighter and you burned the bridge. Thought you.
Yeah, man. Always ready, man. Manners and respect to each and everybody coming out tonight. You don't know. Share the show, share the show. It's your boy, you don't know, China Wallen, alongside Alan Powell. And we are here with the topics. And when I say with the topics from the tropics. Yeah, think it's a Nevis, all of me there, Canada. No worries. Still tapping. Alan, what go on?
Me good, you got all kind of action tonight. This a Christmas season. I think he's supposed to get Christmas tree lighting down the road. Rain was falling, so I don't know how that is going. But it was a light rain. It was woman rain. And I think also this evening Janice had some kind of celebration over in St. James's. So that is also going on.
But you only realize, people only realize that Janice has celebrated something, then after everybody has realized, oh shit, let me celebrate too.
You're talking about the CCM page today?
Yeah. Because it's only when people acknowledge Janice, everybody realize, oh me too. Nobody wanna come last.
I didn't realize you was on the page. I feel like me and you are haters, because we just go up on the page to look news and we don't left no likes.
But who send me up on the page? I go account to what I see on my WhatsApp status, bro.
That's I just got to look news. I wouldn't hide to tell you. I just got to look news. But to be fair, I don't leave no expand on them kind of things. 'Cause, yeah.
People screenshot that thing nowadays, dog.
Is I am not even concerned about who screenshot because if I genuinely like something, for nobody to tell me what to like, I could like whatever I feel like I want to like. But my likes is for when people post up things what me really like, you know what I mean, and jokes and things. So I'm not really concerned with that part of the argument. There.
Mm-hmm.
So how the Christmas season looking for you?
Man, like everybody don't move with the new furniture, for the Black Friday, So right now, me just a move out the old one them.
Mm-hmm. You getting fresh.
Yeah. So I doing all the dirty work right now.
We got a lot of gigs and so planned for the season.
Yeah, man. I'm playing this. I'm hosting a party this Saturday. I'm hosting two party this Saturday and New Year's Eve, and I'm also be we'll be also having Rotami next week Thursday.
Judy, me doesn't want to hat up your post because I feel like if me start like your post, then you're going to sense a pattern. I don't want. So,
Yeah, we just look.
Me just got to find them in between where you can buy the pattern and me like that one.
Anyway, let me just show you guys something, right? You remember at that point in time when I used to have a show, when I used to go live, who took TV, and you know, if any local civil servants used to like my thing, it got actual people to go back and screenshot who like my thing after we look. There's a possibility they get suspended from the job.
Well, I hear so. I hear so.
You hear so? So now
Yeah.
me I confirm it.
So that's an actual thing what used to happen.
Yeah, like people, you got people used to like me stuff them. I actually used to get one in letter and so.
Well, big up to the people who does just listen in silence. You know what I mean? And not got to post nothing. Because there got some people tell me about listen. I'm in a post. Cause something where you're talking is something deep and if I got to say what I got to say, then I'm gonna let it cut out of the bag. So they just sit back and listen. So big up to the silent listeners as well. You all are also acknowledged. I've been want to start off with Papa, cause since me a Papa, makes sense start off with Papa. I've been forget about that one last week and all.
Mm.
Yeah, man. So I think Papa was a disaster management, but I hear that them man see talent in Papa to pump gas. You understand? So I think I made to understand Papa has been transferred to public works, more specifically the government garage. So Papa will now be a highly paid gas pumper. And Papa, let me tell you something because people may tell you, Alan, your partner Papa, why I make joke over there. Me nah make no joke over there. If them man gon' pay the number, why be they gon' got to pay you? Who pumps and gas? Boy, Papa, you're gonna be the most expensive gas pumper in St. Kitts and Nevis. So you just make sure, especially when you see the big chance then come out there, got full up the tank, now make a nice Papa. You check it out. Big up. Don't allow yourself to be frustrated by the
Never.
bureaucracy. You understand? If a data
One
way
less
them man
problem.
if a data way them man feel like you put do what you gotta do, brother.
If it's one less problem, yeah, that's what I mean. It's one less solution to your stress.
I'm telling you. And then when you're done, you get a pot bubbling and you go down by the roundabout and,
But
and
but
Papa Grill game.
but Alan, but everything could make sense, you know, because guess what? If me if me in favor of the party who's in power and me pump gas, you understand me? Me gonna thief them. You gotta put somebody there who opposite. So
Oh, so
guess what?
Papa is a good man and watch over the gas guy. He gonna make sure nobody get along with the gas.
Because guess what? All who customer who take the gas because the party in a power,
Mm-hmm.
well, guess what? You got a
That
man up
don't
on the ground now. That
I
done
feel
with.
you. I feel
Okay.
you. I
So
feel
they're
you.
gonna do the maths. So when the maths, if the maths was like, yo, last year we spent like $100,000 in gas, and they realize this year one don't be 25,000. So well, so all this time, all the gas you gonna go somewhere else, Papa. You gonna be remembered in history. You will be remembered in history. You're gonna get good registration of the gas. That you're gonna keep a good track number of that gas. I'm proud of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It
Some
should be
of
more that too. You know why? Hear this. It should be more that too. So if that could start there, let me go in the electoral office too.
yeah. You
Yeah.
like the system
Let-
along there.
yeah, but if he could go there and when he go to the electoral office, let me go in the parliament house, in the House of Assembly. Because Peter I work for Paul for the government, then Peter I work for Paul by the private entity still. So no care what you turn, Paul are the boss. Eh?
Eh?
No care what you turn, Paul are the boss.
Um Paul was a very important disciple. I could tell you that. For all the people
So
who go to church on Sundays, they will tell you Paul was a very important disciple.
So Paul is the boss in the house, and Paul is the boss outside. It can't happen.
You should have follow your man.
Oh shit! But Alan is like I understand there. When I follow up in the conversation in chat Saturday, right? I was like, "Yo, it's one master, you know. The servant I work twice, you know, for one master, you know."
Um, listen, I have no words, you know. I have no words, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know nothing. It's just- you know, if you may appear biased on a situation, even though you feel like you might co-hold some objectivity, I gonna recuse myself. So all I can tell you is, sir, I hear you. I hear,
I
I
don't know
hear
why
you.
Alan can't talk tonight.
No, I can't.
You understand me? Alan passes pass, you know?
Yeah, but I just telling you. Sometimes when you talk about certain things, you could have the perception of biasness. So me gonna just let that there. Your words are your words. I be want
My
to get small.
classmate, your friend. What you say?
I was moving on.
Okay,
Even though
let's move along.
even though we getting back in Parliament for a little piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we want to get small. Big up to Charleston, Charleston, and Anthony Ledgers and Charleston Primary. The Makila the schools in creativity. I think Saturday night they had a movie night down there. They continue to big up all of this stuff anytime it's but the time and things. So I just big up Charleston Primary. I, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like you are leading in the social media race too. Watch out, me and I'll share the poster. I was so impressed with the initiative. So big up to Charleston Premier, man. I doing things.
The legacy got to continue, bro.
Yeah.
What you really saying?
Um, you had put in the chat that the Barbados Prime Minister is seeking reparations. The number is insane. I think the number I saw was $4.9 trillion. I don't even know if that's dollars or pounds, really and truly. Like, it could be pounds sterling. You have any perspective on this?
Yeah, my perspective is that ain't gonna happen. You gonna get about 12 king and queen before that they happen.
Why do you think that it will ultimately fail?
Because Barbados cannot do it alone.
So you think that there is some coalition of governments that if they put their resources together would be able to be successful?
Unity is strength, bro.
If Barbados asks for $4.9 trillion, what would be the combined acts for for all of these supposed governments, in your opinion? $4.9 trillion, man. I say, maybe pounds. Because England, that we dealing.
Like I can't come up with some sort of number, but I know once they come to a conclusion and everybody work together, I believe some strings could be pulled and some steps will be taken, as far as I know. Once everybody come together.
So, you feel like they have any possibility of getting this money in cash?
No.
So how you think the deal gonna come together? In a
Why? The deal
hypothetical
gonna
way.
come why the deal gonna come with a lot of opportunity offers and all that type of stuff there. In terms of living in even coming down to living in even England and all that type of stuff. Offer
Um,
education, offer education and all that type of stuff. Healthcare and all access to healthcare and all that type of stuff there. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna be coming down to all of that type of stuff.
I would assume we would get in some kind of trade deals.
And aid,
Um, yeah, grants and them kind of thing. Like. Um, the number is a big number. Um, I feel like the other thing we're preventing it, I feel like it got to be like a legitimate case where you got standing and where you're really making out a legal argument as to why we're supposed to get this thing. Unless them kind of things are done, I think I'll be gonna just ask for it and get it. As you say. You gonna get a dozen more king and we ain't gonna get that just by asking for it. it got to be a legitimate case.
And he can't, and not even if he am Black King, it gonna happen.
You hear them attack the king after the EC dollar? But the next time you spend an EC dollar, you ain't gonna get on the king?
The Queen
No, it's the king now, you know?
is the king on the
Remember,
money right now.
well, I guess what I must say is that the next set of them what they gonna do ain't gonna get on no monarch. Kai is the queen. Is the queen still? They couldn't change all of them so fast.
Yeah,
Canada still get the queen
so,
for their money?
yeah. Hold on.
They do local
Some
friends
of
and
them,
Canadian.
some of them, because I want to Ghana man.
Okay. But that's a Canadian man.
Yeah, no, this a Ghana man too.
Yeah, them man said they're gonna get rid of the monarch or after the next down.
Yeah, me no have a
Um,
monkey on me. I'm interested on me thing.
I'm gonna ask you the next question and let me see if you're gonna surprise me with that one.
Yeah, ask
Did
me
you
anything.
did you happen to look at any of the budget debate?
The budget debate.
Yes.
I think I look at the one with. I think I look at the clip with Janice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was posted in the chat.
Okay. And this is a good question to ask you. You know. The budget, because when you really got to tune into this thing is long and this thing is tedious, and you never really know what they're gonna be talking about at any specific time. It's not like you could tune in Pandeto hour 6 and know, well, this is when they're gonna be talking about agriculture, however it is. What could be done to make it more digestible? To make it something where you could say, well, by I can tune in or hear the budget.
Um, yeah, I guess it based on what they need to talk about. Like like if you got that too, these are the list of things they're gonna be talking about, rather than everything be all over the place.
By listen, this will take some work, and I'm gonna pay the person right. But them man need to use tags on them. You ever watching a video on YouTube and you realize that like for a part of the video they would describe this and the person will talk about Jordan, and then the
Yeah,
next part of the video they label them LeBron and them start to talk about LeBron. Them man gonna to start to utilize tags in order to, cause say you in the entertainment industry, and they really got some kind of discussion about entertainment. You might wanna tune in hear that, but because it ain't got no
for
tags,
sure.
you can't necessarily go to it. It's just like you just supposed to listen to the entire budget debate.
And even a pre-recorded situation where it's pre-recorded after we go and listen it after you have and you have the tags them where like for instance like Netflix has season 1 when he talk about this, and he highlight what the show gonna be about on this series here or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So and I know that probably for even suggesting these things and having this discussion I'll be going soon here. Some people really don't know how politics work. And maybe I'll be a little bit too ideal, but I still try to find a way who get people to be like buy and tune into the budget. Because sometimes people are asking about how you know that they're gonna come? I mean say I've been listening to the budget. So me know like for example, they say they're gonna start the road from the start of Churchgong
Yeah.
coming into Hamilton. They say they're gonna do the piece of road also for this year. That is a priority road. And me just walk up there,
They
so me
keep
go
it
find out.
published. It's okay. And Chevron, and that's one of the things too, because guess what? You will even get more people listening based on the topic. So because guess what? If I into construction and they want to talk about construction, I go make sure make time for that particular segment. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But don't put me watch TV don't have all like if me I watch Australia versus West Indies, dog.
yo, you ain't gonna be disrespectful. You know, I find out this week, you know that the second most viewed sport in the world is cricket. 2.5 billion people in the world has watch cricket. You know, which people I got to
And,
talk about cricket.
and the 2 billion I India.
A big portion of them, but not the whole of India. I got Pakistan, I got Australia, but I got every continent I could touch and talk to somebody about cricket. And even if they don't like cricket, me know about football too. So we still
But
gonna have a conversation.
I'm just saying, bro, like, bro, you know, somebody watching the budget right now is like watching a 50 over match.
Yeah. So as me
Give me
say,
the highlights.
and I also feel like because I'm big up to the concerned citizens movement. I hope that they did the same for Janice, because when you go on the page, as I tell you, I was looking news, you know, they got a thing where you go like listen to individual ministers to hear what they had to say. Janice one was kind of different, but I hope that that clip was made available to her. You know, in the as part of the agenda by having got some good governance to talk about later too. Um, so I want to talk about a little recollection of the budget where they had
Uh-huh.
just a small thing, and I kill nobody. It's my
For
observation.
sure.
I think I don't mean talk about the premiere last week, right? Because he been Monday. Yeah, he been Monday, so I really got to go over that. No, Janice. Where you want me start off with? You want me start off with what me like? I want me start off with what me not been like about Janice presentation.
But you feel like you want to talk about what you know like first, so start with it.
Okay. And what me not like is this is one of the things. Anyway, I feel like when Janice kept on saying that she would have liked more time to go over the material because the budget is a big document and the premiere speech would have been like 160 something paragraphs. I understand that is a big document and it's a big task to respond. And it's not ideal. I be the children will get ready to go six farm and big up to the six farmers too. I think they got some kind of debate coming up. When them got them debate, somebody tell them something for 5 minutes and within 5 minutes then they got to get ready and respond. No, this is not on the same scale, but you're supposed to be harnessing these skills for this particular time. I feel like budget time is one of the time when Johnny's supposed to know, but I'm not gonna have a wonderful night because I have to respond to a big piece of information. Yeah, it's supposed to be a thing in my mind where the team is around you, pointing out things, coming up with the exact formula. that
But
you're
you
gonna
know,
be dealing with. Go ahead.
but you know, right, as me in the entertainment, right, you know, as a DJ, right, you got all these lists of songs in your playlist,
Mm-hmm.
and when you look, you feel like the person gonna play that song, yeah, after you gonna counteract with their playlist, yeah, and you realize, shit, look where you come with. I'm not prepared for that.
And you see, that's the balancing act. And then also the fact that you ain't gonna get to hear nobody else who hear what they come with. Everything else gonna be a response to you. So part of it is you got to be confident in what you're doing. And that leads me back to what I was saying. Because Janice was saying she needed more time. I feel like it undermined the confidence that she had in delivering the material. So that was one of the things why I did not like from
I
Janice speech.
feel like I feel like I, I get what you're saying, but I feel like what she said, if she said that, she kind of exposed herself. But you should, if you could have done without saying that, it's like saying, it's like not saying you're broke when you know you're broke. But the minute you know, the minute you find out me broke, and you know me customer charge $100 an hour, see ya, you see $20, I take it or leave it.
Uh, Listen, when I was going to sit my exams, my CXC exams, my POB teacher watched me, Mr. Keith Glasgow, and he said, Mr. Powell, you have two options when you get in there. You're either gonna dazzle them with brilliance or you're gonna baffle them with bullshit. Either way, you gotta believe in it. You gotta deliver the material, man. I don't care what it is. It could be a star. You deal with it. So sometimes you hold your cards, and when you hold them in the game, you realize, boy, you don't got nothing in the wild, nothing in the board. You might go bluff your way upon one the time, but
Janice,
that's the
we
game.
all understand. Janice, we all understand the weight where you carry, you know, because you basically you carry seat for four other empty seats. Eh? You check it out, you basically represent the rest four, all five. So we understand even if you not come prepared because honestly you're supposed to have a partner and that defaulted. You check it out. So like we could understand who you're dealing with. But don't say so next time because you know people like to use everything as an attack.
And it was used by the premier. It was used by the premier. He was even posting it while the parliament was going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things where you can show weakness. You know what I'm saying? Um, there could have been a little better command of the material. You know, I was telling somebody today, like, when you pause, you want to pause on certain words. You want to pause on action words or nouns. You can't you can't pause on like oh, you know what I'm saying? Well, no, you could pause for ah. Ah might be a good pause. But you can't pause on the it and you know what I mean? You will pause with action, with intention. Cause sometimes when you pause is to make people like replay what you say. So but that's a little small thing. Um I feel like there was a way in Janice's speech where she need better metaphors and ain't just she alone. I feel like I need to sell politicians metaphors right now
Like the
because
brand one.
because when you could tell a story in a relatable manner, These are because listen, this is one of the reasons why people don't listen to Parliament, right? Because if you got a little personality, people more inclined to listen and say, all right, I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna tune in and I'm gonna hear because ain't just what he gonna tell me, is how he gonna tell me. The delivery gonna be up there. So I could tune in and listen to them talk because just how they talk to me. Ain't even what they gonna say.
And call real people name. Call real people name. I want to call real people name. Yeah, some people feel good. Because they call the other day they call Punsi name, but they say Punsi a woman. After hear somebody hear the speaker of the house. Who say Punsi a woman? How come Punsi got to be a woman?
Hey, but listen, I was thinking the same thing. Eh? When it happened, the same thing was going through my head. So that was a good intervention. I ain't fighting that. I ain't fighting that. I feel like there was a way that she could have delivered the material in a more powerful manner. And them that the things coming up in like. When I heard about the criticism of Janice's speech, it was like one the time when somebody been telling me get vexed with the premier, and when me hear what the premier said, I said, "But I can't vex with that." Then. With regards to what Janice did say that I like, and the things about her speech that I did like, there was a very intelligent structure to the speech, even though the premier said don't study that at a later point in time. I feel like she attacked the speech from the standpoint of she looked at the 2023 budget, she looked at what the plans of the government was, and she looked at what the government deliver based on those plans.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that was a sound strategy. You tell me that this year, do this year, let me see what you do. And she mentioned a number of things, and the government did not. There was one interjection. Janice spoke for 2 hours, and the only thing the premier interject was with regarding the geothermal and the letter that he said was required from the federal government. That he said that she can't point to. He said so in a press conference, even though he said so in a parliament. And he also said he never said geothermal is at its final stages. Those are things the premier never said. Well, according to
But
the
did he say
story.
it?
Well, I got some clips on, but we ain't got no clips tonight. We hurting tonight, so we ain't got it.
He said
But
he said it in the clips.
the technical. I got clips. I got clips of the premier saying that by 2018, Navy is gonna be the greenest country on the planet. With geothermal gonna be done with.
I can't to the clip to what me see. You understand me? What the difference between last and final? 'Cause in the clip it said
Um,
last stages. And all what Janice basically says final stages.
yeah, and some of
So
them things
so
there, in
so it's
some
like
areas, I was listening to Janice, and I feel like Janice need to listen a lot more of the shows that be taking place. I feel like politicians just feel like don't listen to the premier because he's the opposition. But you know how much of material I could get to work on the premier from what he does say out of him out. And just listening to other things that she ain't had a grasp on some things, you know. But I like the structure, what she used to go against the premier. As I said, it's only one interjection. 1 point of order was brought up, so they didn't really have any problems with any of the things Janice was saying need to be done. Eric got the same speech in terms of you say nothing going on. Yo, them are really offended by the nothing going on thing. So Eric basically bring back the same speech. In your end of the year awards, right? I wanna give somebody. No, I want to give a nominee. I will nominate Chai Liebert for best hair in Parliament. Tell me somebody in Parliament who got better hair than Chai. Chai don't even got no grain in here, you know? Me watch Chai here, see me go find and grain and me beard them full of good Chai black down to the maximum extent. Chai got the best hair in Parliament.
6 farm try.
The Minister of Education is in charge of 6 farm.
The budget was that financial blueprint for the next. It was a eulogy. Oh my. Yeah, color them.
When I was hearing Janice, and this was my confusion, right? The way how that man was talking to me about Janice's speech. I thought Janice went in there with like a 22. But when Janice leg or so and shot, I said, boy, that is a 45. I think Janice leg and shot them. I think she leg and shot me. I said, boy, that sound like on pump action. He had 1 or 2 green, but that's what I'm saying. If you got confidence in your delivery of the material and also a little showmanship, that's where the dazzle them with bullshit thing coming in. The mothers, yeah.
Oh me Jesus.
But try me try me more, I don't know, because try me I tell you, you know, that's some of the best here I ever see, man. Jason, consider me for the award, man. I can also send you a clip of Chai. I was impressed.
Remember the YouTube Awards is real. December 31st.
Yeah. Feel like Chai need to do a little walking too. But outside of that, go do a little walking. Chai got cheeks, you know. Chai getting a little heavy. I been want to talk a little bit about budget deficits. So. A budget deficit occurs when a government spending on public services, infrastructure, and other projects surpasses the revenue it generates. I'm gonna just get you a small thing because Mr. Brand he was speaking about the fact that when you're running a budget deficit, it's not necessarily a bad thing, you know, Jason. Sometimes you go on a budget deficit. Thanks to the point of not being on the Alexander project, and the Premier couldn't call a point of curving, and that is my point. Janice should I get strength from the fact that I see Janice had throw some blows, and there was no response from the other side. It's only one time the Premier get up to stop Janice from saying anything. And she withdraw the statement and then just come from a different angle. But Janice was punching. Janice, I want to continue to punch strong, man. The reason why budget deficit not bad, it means that the government has spent money. So you got money going into the economy, supposedly. It could happen from rising employment, recessions, decreased customer spending if people decide they just hold on the money. and as I say, it will result in increased spending on public services, infrastructure, defense, etc., etc., etc. He was speaking about those positives that could come from budget deficits. He didn't speak about any of the cons. So he speak about it like, well, everything gonna be good. You understand? We could run a deficit. Because he even said, look on America. America does run deficit. Look on Britain. Look on Germany. Them does run deficit. Totally different country, totally different structure, totally different everything. And it would be unfair if I compare navies to America. They're gonna tell me unfair if I do it. But if it's in debt, it seems to be like they could do it, we could do it. Part of the challenge when you're running constant deficit is something we call overcrowding. If the government, and right now the government, I think the money they owe to the domestic banks is $380 million. If the government is borrowing money from the domestic, from the banks, right?
Yeah.
How is the general public gonna be able to go to the same banks and get money from the bank for a loan? It's gonna be harder. So and when that happens, that's a thing we call overcrowding. So if you're running up too much of a deficit and you basically are borrowing the money from the bank, the general public ain't gonna be able to get the same money. All of us operating in the same market. So at some stage in time, the government got to get out of the market there so that we could get access to the money. Make sense? Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing what could happen as a result is inflation. In which case we are already going through inflation based off of what's going on globally. If we constantly doing this, we're gonna be adding to our own inflation by running up the debt further and further. I was looking at some numbers and I think I found $30 million. If everything go right, I could tell you for sure with confidence the government ain't got enough money to do $30 million worth of things. For sure, for sure. After the $30 million, Jason, cause the budget, that would be 237 million, 238. The budget supposed to be 282. So for the rest 44 million there. The only way you're gonna make up that, Jason, is if you borrow $44 million.
If you, wow.
And that is on top of I done put in some money the way they say they're gonna borrow, which is $30 million. So really and truly, you will be borrowing $57 million in order to get done where you need to get done. So just like in other budgets, the $44 million worth of things there, they're gonna be depending on what need to be done. Depending upon how they wave that. If Navy's people make noises for a particular thing, if some particular thing become a need, something you got unfortunate circumstances like a hurricane or something, the $44 million there. It might not even happen. Because one of the things that the premier end up saying, he said just because we in here talking about the budget, and he used an example. I think there was supposed to be a community college named after Sir Simeon Daniel, and Janice was asking what is the status of that. The premier said, just because me come here, and say that there's gonna be a community college. I'm right down a number and say we're gonna be investing in that. That don't mean it's gonna happen this year. That's not what we're coming here to do. And that they confuse me. Come say me I say I thought that's exactly what we're coming here to do. Where's the in there talk? Who 2 hours for? If it's not that you're gonna tell me that you're gonna do a community college and ain't gonna happen.
Because it was said at a point in time where some deal would need ceiling to just blow smoke in somebody's ass at that point in time. But that blow over and the deal don't get sealed long time, so that no need to bring up again because guess what be happen now? The person whoever get fool laugh now. Yeah, some say shit. I just remember, and this is why me sign the paper. And this is why me had confidence in you.
Hear what the article you say. Feel good because Mr. Brown been a quote for an article in a parliament, you know. He said, however, the loanable funds market is the same market that private businesses use for their investments. Essentially, private businesses are competing with the government for loans in the same market. Who do you think is going to win the battle?
The government.
Okay. And that's why me say the government gotta get control of domestic debt, man. Because the 300, think of it this way, right? Another way, the $386 million where the government getting loans from domestic banks, that's $386 million who private investors could have had access to. If you think of it that way, ain't got access to the money there. Oh yeah, and the other problem is increased public debt. He said something about fiscal debt. Nothing want reaching all of that there. But Jason, sometimes, eh? Sometimes you don't know when you're wrong. And right now is one of the times when I gonna say I was wrong. And I gonna take accountability for my wrongness. Before I take accountability though, I gonna say condolences to my classmate Renisha Hobson. Skinny guy passed away yesterday. Yeah, only been my partner, but that's her brother. So condolences to the family for the passing. I understand it was dengue. I hope persons are taking it serious. I'm told we have up to 124 cases of dengue right now. As I see, it could be serious according to the stories. So I'll take the dengue serious. Okay. So Jason, here what me take accountability for now, right? I came on here and I would have said, and I only listened to the premier, put my trust in the premier. Mr. Premier, you fail me. You don't get the word like I say you fail me in your ass. So I put my trust in the premier and I tell you bye. The premier went in there and he changed the legislation. And people saying that it's evil. And I don't see what wrong. Based upon the debate that I heard from the premier. The premier said, me not try to do nothing wrong. I just trying to bring a resolution. So who am I to go against my premier, Jason? You understand? Who am I to go against my premier? And I take my fasting ass and I come on DeTopiks and I say, nothing wrong with what the premier do. The premier explain and say he just want this thing to be workable. I kind of along with the premier. And I was having a wonderful time. Weeks passed, nobody troubled me. And then I was informed today I was told, Alan, you ain't hear what the chairman of the Integrity in Public Life Commission said about the legislation. I mean, say, no, but if you got something, send me. Let me hear. And when I hear what the Integrity in Public Life Commission chairman had to say, Mr. Premier, I take it back. You rang in your ass. And, well, you know, let me just play the clip. And I could tell me if you rang, if you right. You ready?
If I may, well, Mr. DPP, thanks for the encouragement. Our NEVIS, our Integrity Commission, has been up and running since about 2018. We have been collecting declarations. Within the first 2 years, things were going smoothly, but we have now seen that persons have decided from the very top, ministers, permanent secretaries, assistant PSs, the whole gambit has decided that they no longer wish to file. We write to them, I guess they get the letters or the notices, and what they do with them, I don't know. And unfortunately, the Nevis Island Assembly decided, I think maybe it was last month, they decided in their own wisdom last month to go in to Parliament and to further weaken the legislation by now saying that once you swear a declaration, the Commission is supposed to accept the declaration as truth. And then to add further insult to injury, they have now put in what we call the conjunctive clauses, where you file, the Commission will look at your declaration, and in order for us to then take certain course of action, there are almost 3 limbs that we must satisfy ourselves that the declarant has not satisfied in order for us to then, go further. And which is really, in the scheme of things, it's just stupid. And for
I feel like we deserve a little pause there. The man literally said, Christian Barrow, this is Christian Barrow of the hairs extending. You know you can't call nobody stupid in real life. The man ready to fight it. The man didn't even say, he said, this is just stupid. In regular parlance, in the legislation before, you used to file what they call supporting documents, which means if you say you got X amount of money, well, then you show me a bank account. You say you got this land, wherever it be, give me some supporting documents to justify that you say you got this. This has been removed from the Nevis legislation. Okay? And also you hear
it has been removed, right? It has been removed, right?
yes.
And people not even realize what really has been removed.
This is not an argument what the premier was giving me. So that's why I tell you, he had me under the impression that he just trying to fix things. And then he talk about the conjunctive clauses and talk about limb. So the man a mango tree now. Me broke me hand out of 2 tree, So me not like go climb tree. The premier got people a go to tree. Climbing tree. They got 3 set of limb they got to climb. And that's a high tree. If he got 3 level a limb. So I didn't know about these clauses that were put into the amendment. So I don't start to feel like, I could take back what I said. But there's more.
an assembly with politicians whom we elect, who are supposedly, doctorates and the whole gambit, to look and say we want to fight against corruption, and at the same time you go in and weaken the legislation even further by tying the Commission's hands. It's just beyond the pale. However, we are there for another 2 years, hopefully, as under our appointment. And we are waiting for the third appointment of the third commissioner, because on Nevis, unfortunately, we have the situation where there is no leader of the opposition. And so, because there's no leader of the opposition, and the way the legislation is worded, a commissioner has to be appointed after consultation with the leader of the opposition. So the assembly, again, through the parliamentarians, decided in their wisdom to make a clause, well, to amend and to say that the premier, whoever he or she may be, will have that power to appoint the third person. We felt, as a commission, we got an opinion on it, and we felt that if anything, that power should really lie in the hands of the Deputy Governor General, after consultation with members on the opposition bench, and also maybe with consultation with the Premier, but that power should really lie in that person, ultimately, since the Premier already has can appoint one person, the Deputy Governor General can appoint one person, and if there's that lacuna, you can, fix it that way. But also, you also fix the other pieces of legislation that requires the leader of the opposition to make appointments, not just to our commission, but to other agencies within this on the island of Nevis. However, they did not see fit to take the recommendation that was put forward to them, and they decided to do something else.
No. You see, when he said they did not see it fit to take the recommendations, I can be go translate the Christian Bible them for the street man them, That mean, by the fucking man you had, I can't talk to the man you dread. We can't get you to him, Jason. He don't appoint somebody. The man said, listen, partner, we get a legal opinion on this. And you want got a legal brain, we get something on this. If there's a lacuna, go back to the Deputy Governor General. Unless she got consultation with the opposition. Even if they can't agree. Let them get them kind of consultations. She could get some options. Maybe she get to name, maybe she the deciding vote to say, well, I'm going with this. That was what was recommended. If it is not fair at all, we're in the Christian council in all of this. But Christian council can't fix that one, Jordan.
Christian council can't fix that one, yeah?
So, man, I'm telling you.
Remember the Christian council been saying that threat last year, whenever?
Yeah. but Christmas election. The premier said, well, you want me to keep it in March? When is Easter? When is Easter time? There's more. We got a little minute more.
Awaiting the amendment that was passed. I'm not sure if that's been gazetted as yet. So we will try to find out that and see where that goes. But unfortunately, instead of us going forward in a better way on Nevis, we are unfortunately going backwards, because the federal legislation did not call for supporting documents. When the amendment was done, it was included. And on the other hand, on Nevis, we are saying, well, if you want to submit, you submit. If you don't want, you don't. So how is a commission to investigate? I mean, you get declarations, and on the face of it, you look and you're saying, well, okay, this declaration is good. So, I mean, it just makes nonsense of the law. But we will try our best to do what we have to do, and we will definitely be knocking on the door of the DPPs. I'm glad you have this stuff already prepared, the forms. And so we will definitely be seeing the charges. So we'll be seeing you very shortly.
So, the last part that the man says very difficult for them to do the job.
Alan, I know. CCM supporters ain't care, because as long as they get what they want, the top could do what they want.
As I say, when I ran, I was going based off just what the premier tell me. I put my trust in the premier, Mr. Premier, and for this, you better believe for the rest of your term, man, for the rest of your life. Anything where you tell me, I check in it 3 times. I got to know exactly why I be in there. Cause you ain't coming. If the head of the integrity commission coming to you with this kind of energy, what we dealing with? This is done, no? Don't tell me nothing about no integrity and no accountability and all that kind of thing. Fix this, man. Well, and not according to me, according to the head of the integrity commission.
But he done got a story sum up for Wednesday night to tell the people, the minions.
No, that won't just be a Christmas story. Oh yeah, by the way, let me bust me little Mark Brantley joke by. So Mark Brantley catch my father last week. Bust a sweet joke. Well, you gonna tell me the joke then. He said, if we could have just harness all the hot air, what has come from Carlisle Power mode, we will get enough steam to create that a lot of energy. We could nearly get half of what the Neblet need. What do you think about that?
Well, he and Carlisle need to put them out together and harvest the same geothermal because he need more than Carlisle, he need heat up.
Well, I feel like that was a good one, Pankale. But at the same
No,
time,
it's a
I've been
good one.
watching.
It's a good
No,
one, but
we're watching what me one for him now, no. Because me watch it, and at the same time when he been a say been a dribble, right? And I tell myself, boy, if I could have harnessed the dribble, the Abby could have had a hydroelectric dam, you know? And that
but
would have been Abby green energy solved there. After the
but
put in the
Alan,
dribble.
but when you're steam, where you think on spring?
Oh yeah.
So
So
so so who produce more steam? Here Carlisle produce heat. And he produce steam.
here boy, here hydroelectric, here Niagara
But
Falls.
but you saw water coming out, right? That's when you know you
Yeah.
got good steam, innit? But we not see no, we all just a heat here see from Carlisle more different thing. A heat to come from Carlisle more. That steam.
Oh, he got the cool one. I feel you. We got two more clips. This is a short one. Mark will explain rather quickly.
And if I may, on another closer point also.
Oh yeah. This is Mr. Keynes speaking again.
To inform the press, the Nevis Integrity Commission took a few members to, well, declarants who were supposed to file to court. They said that they did not believe that the law basically applied to them, the ordinance. And His Lordship, Justice Thompson Jr., I think he just rendered a decision in the matter maybe about a week yesterday. Yeah. And so, if the press goes on the OECS Supreme Court website, you'll be able, in the judgment section, you'll see the judgment, and it's informative because I am certain what challenges were done in Nevis, persons will also be challenging the same kids, the federal integrity in public life after also as to who is a manager and who qualifies and who doesn't qualify. Because one of the things you will find, depending on how a person is named in their department, they will say, "Oh, I'm not captured." And so, persons come up with nuances and seek to, get themselves out. I'm a CFO, I'm not a manager. I mean, really? So, but I'm just saying to you all, look at the judgment and inform the public out there, and that would be a good way of letting persons know that, things are happening.
And I was able to obtain the judgment because as soon as he said, "Man, you could go up on the website and see it," you don't know the first thing I do. I said, "Well, there we go. There we go."
And what you see?
Well, first of all, it must be said that the persons in question, and this was stated in the judgment, is not that they were fighting making declarations, but they wanted it. They were not sure whether they should come under the guidelines, so they wanted a declaration from the court saying whether or not they qualify. Darren Sutton, Roma Merchant, and Jervan Swanston. Jervan was declared he is not a member of Public Life. Darren Sutton and Roma Merchant are members of Public Life, and so they have to file. Jervan ain't got to file none. Basically, from what I read, and this was just a smaller glance show, if you're in charge of people, you're in Public Life. You rise to the level of what I mean, manager. Because they end up saying Darren had a staff of like 30 people and he report to the GM and they say how much she could make in expenditures. And they did the same thing with Miss Merchant. So she's also a member of Public Life. Yeah, she go for it. So as you know, he said must do it. I did my little civic duty. Y'all know about the case. Y'all can find the case on the Eastern
But I
Caribbean
see.
website.
But Alan, I see a list with all the lawyers within St. Kitts Nevis, right? You got my lawyers and people with that.
No man, you're not going enough. Well, then again, you need more physicists and them type of things, but that's a different story. I got one final clip on now because I don't want it to seem like well we ain't gonna let the member of the integrity board who was appointed by the Concerned Citizen Movement speak. We will not stifle the CCM over here. Understand? So we're gonna hear what Mr. Sidney Newton has to say regards the story.
Chair, Honorable AG, fellow panelists, members of the media, on behalf of the Nevis Integrity Commission, I would like to thank you all very much for inviting us to this press conference and to echo the sentiments of my chairman, Mr. Keynes.
It's some very subtle Christian battle. That's how long I thought. When you hear
Emphasize.
I echo this, when you hear I echo the sentiments of my chairman, that like in the world and say, yeah. You see what my partner say? That there, me want that there too. The chicken with the sauce, yeah, that there too. I echo the sentiments of my comrade.
That we are indeed grateful for the opportunity to share. The observations made are common, and we are in full agreement with the AG, the DPP, and our fellow commissioners here on St. Kitts. I would just like to say that from our observations, the Nevis Ordinance has been amended at least twice. The St. Kitts Ordinance once, and we noticed that there is a forward trajectory for the St. Kitts Ordinance in that documents were included in the amendments, required documents at declaration, while, as Mr. King said, on the Nevis end, they have been removed. And so our wish is that there could be some collaboration between the AG's office and the Nevis Legal Department so that there can be some harmonization of legislation. I think that is going to serve both islands well.
No, Jason, I want to ask you a question. If Sidney Newton say he see the St. Kitts legislation with forward trajectory, moving up into the sky by adding supporting documents, and I tell you that the Nevis one removed supporting documents. What is the other trajectory besides forward?
Alan, this is something that they knew of and they see it coming and they let it happen. And they wait till it happen now and now they start to talk. They should have highlighted something and make everybody aware before even this, because guess what? If you already reach out to them and you see this happening, you know what I mean? This is something you should have made public before. Now you make it public after the fact.
But I'm not necessarily sure if they are sent the laws before they are read out them kind of things, you know, Jason. Because I remember them man, I make recommendations. How we know that they ain't hear the first reading and then they decide, by well, if this is what going on, we gonna make some recommendations to you, and the recommendations and them just. Cause remember he said we met them and they was ignored.
Well, Alan, I want me feel like what happened here. Somebody get promised something and then I get something. So somebody getting punished right now. Boss, but you know, give me the piece and line up the road there, you know, so me gonna let people know what's going on because you know, hold up the end of the bargain, me hold up mine.
So you don't feel like nobody got in no goodness, boy. Maybe I really does be tell me. I don't feel like you not got nobody of integrity.
Well, if this happen and Spencer Brand part of that day, you answer me, who else gonna get good heart?
Me elaborate.
Spencer Brand supposed to be the most honest man in the CCM, and that happening, and he's part of that. You understand me? Maybe that's all Mark focus was on, so that's why he don't know what going on with when Timo was doing whatever because he was out in the yard. See what he out in the yard doing?
People, I'll be gonna lie on too. This is the last show of the year too. Just so
Just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If you guys eat turkey, save the wings for me.
But yeah, Mr. Premier, you end off this thing, but I ain't end off the year on your side. I came on here and I was like, by the Premier, people saying the Premier said do this evil thing. And I hear his speech and he said, this is not evil.
You know why I said what I said, honest? Because he got church more Sundays than everybody.
No, that man does say them kind of things. Yeah, is a tough
That
one.
man got boy, that's hard. No people. What happened is right. We get caught up with the big words them too much rather than the common sense. Like you know what I mean? As you say, like how you said, Janice got break it down a little more so people could understand, make it more relatable. People are not being getting the information as relevant as me and you having a conversation at a bar. So that does be the downfall with a lot of us. Because guess what? Every time a new word come out, I'll be learning about the word 10 years after.
I've been forget to congratulate the Honorable in the Federal House, Alexis Jeffers. You know I congratulate Alexis Jeffers for?
Oh,
Alexis Jeffers is now in the 10,000 a month club, man. With the latest increase, yeah, we're gonna go do a packet watching segment next year early to talk about the increases. But yeah, man, the special advisor is now getting $123,000 a year, so he's up in the $10,000 a month club. Also, big up to Latanya Jeffers. She's also up in the club.
Latanya Jeffers?
And Jeffers is she? What is she?
Jones, bro.
Jones. That just goes to show you. Me not up on it. Maybe it's because she didn't speak. She not on my mind right now.
But let me ask you a question. But how come when certain women start make money, they start look worse?
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to wish you all a Merry Christmas, as Jason said, and a Happy New Year when it comes. That's the topics for 2023.
Man doesn't respect everybody. You don't know you think go.
I ready me close it out, man.
Me just ask a question.
Nah, you just see people working hard and you can't take that. Big
No,
up to Cookie too.
but you
Big up to Cookie
look
too.
who used to talk about Cleon. Look what you used to say about Cleon. With the makeup and now Cleon makeup on point, now he out and happy.
As you mentioned that, how come no clear on for the budget? Has anybody noticed there has not been any Cleon, Stapleton, Simmons for the budget? Is that suspicious? Should we know what is going on with Miss Stapleton
Send me some
Simmons?
money. Send me some money, auntie. If you're serious, boy, Merry Christmas. Bless me some money, man. Nah, no Merry Christmas for your money, man. Send me some money. I'll be and get along. A money I want. Send me 100 US. What I feel like. Huh? Talk to you, talk to you all here for all here. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Huh? See what be happen now. The man change all kind of registration for the buy you. I blame Keynes them. I gonna blame them. Cause
No,
you
me
could
not
go
blame
public
him.
and say certain things. Yes, I gonna blame them because they could have go public with certain things before they go public after.
I want.
Cause
Well, listen, the ball still in the court, you know, because you don't hear what they say. You got people wanna file for since 2020, and the DPP is a serious man. He said he don't got his charges, so, and Kane said he gonna be seeing the DPP shortly. So we're gonna see if something really going on. New Year soon come.
yeah, but all
Merry
right,
Christmas,
people.
Festive.
Merry Christmas, Ingrid. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you
Bless
just
up
let me
ourselves.
go later.
Yeah, but cause we just here hanging on the line. We just here hanging on the
Mm.
live. Hanging on the live. You know what I mean? Big up everybody. Big up to Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge. You know what I mean? Yeah, as Alan say, you deliver a few punches, you know. But see, Alan been agreed mark with certain things and see they know Alan got to bite it back because we not biased, you know, we want to congratulate people when they do good. And see, you know, he got to take back his whole heap of congratulations now. Look at you.
Here what
Mm-mm-mm.
I wanna tell you. Here what I wanna tell you your next problem with Janice, right? Janice don't get to see him nothing. And that's unreasonable. Cause even Eric don't give Janice things. Eric would be like, you know, I heard what you said about the mangoes. Sound like a good idea. Janice don't get to see him nothing. I feel like she go give to get. He could land better
So you feel
punches
so?
if he gives.
You feel
If
so?
he gives something, yeah, you'll give something. You'll give something.
What I mean? He don't give them something, they get 4 seat. They get basically get 4 seat and she get one. What's the one? They basically get 4 seat, Alan. She get one. At 3 seat, she went after, you know? They get the seat
No.
them. You know glad?
I hope the Honorable Cleon Silverton Simmons as well. Wish her a Merry Christmas. Mr. Premier, no Merry Christmas for you. Fuck up the integrity in public life. No man, make me come in and got to apologize when I don't say again pan the side, no Merry Christmas for you. You check, you get coal in your stockings for Christmas.
Wow.
He got he got to go bang him out again. I hope that while he make his speech, he don't say he wish he had more time to go over the material.
I want to hear the sad story.
He can't get Janet. Then again, he ain't gonna do that. Cause
I
he
know
going
this.
on nigga support. He going
I
on nigga
fear to make
support
a,
label.
I fear to make a post because this is your woman gonna come in my inbox again. Can't take on that daddy because he look like if me fly back home and get locked up.
Jason ever gonna sleep on?
I don't know, but we hear banging still.
No, I'm telling you, you can't sleep. I told you, me don't go lie.
And if I asleep,
Yeah.
stop it now, man. Yeah, son. No Christmas for he. You see, when I be do the turkey, yeah, so me I be give him the neck. We will get double in January.
But watch out. You know somebody been tell me when them man talk about Dr. Joe gonna give the double pan he
Yeah.
bought there. Me thought them man just been a make up a story. You know last year Dr. Joe Lego the double pan he bought there.
Mm-hmm. So everybody, somebody
That
could buy here a drink.
Dr. Joe need to done with the shipping instead. You can't do it. You can't do them thing upon your butt there. You can't make no
I want it now.
no.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Well, I'm the boss gonna sleep for you, boy.
But telling you the man gonna sleep. What
Yeah,
the
them there.
sweetest part? Are the turkey
Me
you
tell
talk
him the
about?
turkey neck. Me said the turkey neck and said the sweetest part, right? And a true woman said the sweetest part. I wonder why.
I never eat the turkey neck.
But a true
I
woman said
only
the sweetest part. True woman.
is the white meat I want on the turkey. That's
Me
why I
want the
come.
wing. Me
No,
want the
no,
wing. Give me the wing them. Especially the flap.
no, man, I don't want them thing man.
Watch out. Me don't watch out when me go to this when me go to the store, me ask them for the turkey wing. Here them, we don't sell that. Me like, okay, give me them. When me look, Best Boy down there sell them dog.
You just eat carrot pudding? You know what carrot pudding be?
No, but
Yeah. Oh my God. If me not gonna carrot pudding at Christmas, I got problems. I want carrot pudding on the plate there. Man, listen, nothing else could be on the plate except the carrot pudding. And some sorrel, and I supposed to get some sorrel weekend, and I good to go. But everybody like the part of the chicken where do you like?
one of the best sweetest part of turkey is the neck, and I love the wing too. Listen, he had one time, right? I collect some food from a woman, right? And I tell she, yo, just give me the wing with the flap part, especially the flap.
With myself cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else choose you instead. I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else chose you instead.